Welcome, everybody, to Cup with Gup on this Monday, October 25th, 2021. Halloween week is here. We are ready to wrap up week 7 of the NFL tonight with another windy game in Seattle as the Seahawks take on the Saints. More on that in a minute. Right now, you can use a code CUP. Get 15% off any package. Includes a 7-day risk-free trial. Don't like what you see, you can cancel, and you never get charged. Rate and review us on iTunes. It goes a long way. We'll do some big giveaways as we get towards the college football and NFL playoffs. And then our March to the Masters is always a big deal for us as well. And we look for people that have done the rate and review. So it goes a long way. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Tell me your favorite captain tonight, not named Alvin Kamara. And that'll get you in the comments. I will do some winners tomorrow since I did not do them on Thursday. So everybody that left comments last week, you're in it. Leave some today, and I will do some winners tomorrow. Underdog, deposit $10, get a free $10 with the code GUP. They got NBA, NHL stuff going on right now. Tonight, there's a Monday Night Brawl, $25,000 in prizes. World Series slates are up there if you want to get into some baseball. We'll be doing a bunch with them next year as best ball returns for NFL. So go ahead and get signed up, get familiar with the app, use the code GUP. It is in the link is in the description as well. You get a free $10 when you deposit $10, and that'll get you 4 entries into that Monday Night Football brawl if you want to do that tonight. NFL Week 8 early lines that stick out to me. I hadn't done any power rankings or anything like that. This is just opening world openers. Take a look at them, see what sticks out. I like the Packers and Cardinals over 52 and a half in some spots. I think that'll be a shootout of a game on Thursday. Two teams, kind of a, see who, I don't want to say the best in the NFC because Tampa Bay is obviously still there, but Arizona brings the undefeated record in there. Started a little sluggish yesterday, but Kyler turned it on and they did well. That'll be a great Thursday night game for Showdown as well. Looking forward to it. I like the Falcons minus 2.5 at the Panthers. I've been higher on the Falcons than most. They had a couple bad beats, bad losses. Good win yesterday for them. Panthers kind of struggling. We'll see what they do with their quarterback. I think that line will go up, so I kind of like it now at 2.5 before it gets to 3. Colts plus 1.5 over Titans. Colts have been kind of a weird one. We got on them early on the over, I think it was over 8 when the Wentz news came out, and it dropped pretty quickly. I thought that their schedule was tough early when you looked at it from the preseason standpoint. So I kind of thought it really wasn't going to impact them that much. And that was assuming Wentz was going to miss 4 or 5 games. He wound up not. Titans off of a big win against the Chiefs. A little bit of letdown spot on the road, maybe. Colts always play them tough. Michael Pittman's coming along. Jonathan Taylor's, looking good. I know Henry's Henry, but home dog there, I might take a look at that. I like that game out the gate. Seahawks minus 3 on the Jags. We'll see how they look tonight against the Saints with Geno. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a bad weather. I don't think as bad as last night, but still some wind and rain in the area. Jags are, building a little bit of confidence. I get it, but they got to come across the country now up to Seattle this week. Kind of like Seattle, unless they just look god-awful tonight. They should get a couple pieces back tonight. Penny would be one of them. We'll see how they look against the Saints. I think the game will be closer than what most think. Most think, at least what I've seen or heard, kind of predicting the Saints kind of a blowout in a way. Not bad, but, that Seattle won't be able to score or move the ball, which could be the case. Be interesting when we get in the Showdown here in a minute. Cowboys minus 2 at the Vikings. Sunday Night Football. The old, I know they're on the road and you don't want to get too hyped up on them, but man, Sunday Night Football, big sky, obviously Dak would be the thing if he doesn't play, but I think he's going to play. So I'm not really worried about that. Cousins, not in a 1 o'clock. It's been well documented when he doesn't play, that 1 o'clock slot. He doesn't have a very good record. I think that line could go up, especially if they get confirmation Dak's going to play. I think he's going to play, but, he was a little banged up at the end of that last game. And then Chiefs minus 10 at the Giants. If there was ever a get-right spot for the Chiefs after their kind of bad start, I do think it would be Monday Night Football against the Giants. Don't know if I can go there yet. Want to make sure nothing's wrong with Mahomes. Doesn't seem like there is. Seems like he's fine. They're not great. We know that the D struggle, but I do like them, just coming out the gate as we look at these early lines. Showdown tonight, Saints Seahawks at Seattle. Saints -4, over under 41.5. Saints 22.75 implied score, and Seahawks 18.75. Man, we got some injuries tonight. Dwayne Washington out, Deontay Harris out, Michael Thomas out, Taysom Hill out, Chris Hogan gone, Russell Wilson out, Chris Carson out, Tony Jones out, D. Eskridge out, questionable Traquan Smith. Looks like he's going to get moved off the IR. I think he already did, so now we'll see if he becomes active for tonight. Alex Collins, questionable, but he looks good to play. Will Lutz, I think he'll come back from the IR tonight. Kicker, I know he's not normally in play, but always in play, but want to keep an eye on that. And then Rashard Penny looks like he's going to come off the IR and play tonight. So need to keep an eye on those, especially Traquan and Penny, to see if they do get activated. I think they do, and they both play. So I'm kind of going on there. This is a tough game to predict. I think the Saints will get the win. But, man, you don't get Seattle at home as a dog very often. I know Russell Wilson's not out there. I lean taking Seattle on the points. I do think it's going to be right there around that 42 to 45 point total. I think it'll be a good game. Seattle home field advantage is one thing. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Maybe Geno kind of shows up a little bit. He's got the weapons. I think Metcalf and Lockett's got decent matchups. I just went over all the injuries. Taysom out, that's really kind of even locks up, the Kamara even more, and even could help Winston because, he does still some touchdowns right there on the red zone and stuff. So Kamara is going to be 80 to 90% owned probably in one way or another. He'll be the highest owned captain. He'll probably be, I'd say, pushing 40%. And I bet the next highest is like 15, 20, maybe. So I don't think you can fade Kamara by any means. I think he's almost a lock button, and you don't get that very often, especially NFL. Anything can happen. But he's going to get majority of the work. Dwayne Washington's out now. We'll see. You probably have a little bit of a Zigbo, maybe gets some on the field a bit, but it's going to be the Kamara show. I think the way that you could get different is just not put him in the captain or pick and choose your spot. So like I brought up my full article if you want to go check out all my thoughts. Been doing pretty well on showdowns. Almost took down last night as well, right there at the end of the game. If that pick six stands for the Colts, I think I wind up in the top 5 of the 222 or whatever that one is. It would have been, I don't know what it was, 30,000 for that or something like that, 20,000. But still cashed in that. All 3 of my lineups cashed. Looking forward to tonight. I think maybe you go like one. I think you go one or the other way. Like maybe your 1 to 3 max stuff, you fade him in the captain and then go real heavy in MME, or vice versa. Load up on him in the captain in the 1 to 3 and then completely fade him in MME because you're going up against such bigger pools that would give you more leverage. Not completely fade him in the captain spot. I think you almost have to have Kamara in every single one of your lineups. Only way he doesn't end up in the optimal tonight, in my opinion, is an injury. So hard to get off of him. There's really no one else that's going to get carries, and he's still going to be active in the passing game. I do like Jameis tonight, and maybe even Geno. I think, especially if we see a little bit of a lower scoring game, they could be, especially Jameis with Taysom not there. Maybe he ran a little bit more last game. He had 6 carries. He can get in that end zone. My biggest fear for him is turnovers. He's already kind of, historically been turnover prone. Get a bad weather and all that kind of stuff. Anything could happen. And then I like Traquan Smith as well. If he winds up playing, looks good, we always get the big Monday night countdown, and tonight's a big night to watch that, see how these guys that are coming off the IR look, hear from different people, what's Penny's role going to be. He could hamper Collins because now you got DJ Dallas, who we did us well the last time he was on Showdown slate. Homer's there, then Penny and Collins, but Collins is a little banged up. Collins seems expensive now, because Penny could get in there and get his touches. That whole backfield deal, Collins is one I don't really think I want to pay up for in that situation. If all those guys are active and well, we know DJ Dallas and Homer will be, but if Penny's active and there, man, I don't know if I can get up to Collins for that price. He'd be a good pivot, I think, but maybe you get some of them in MME or anything like that. But I think they're going to throw the ball some. I know the rain, all that's going to be up there, but in DK, I like DK over Lockett tonight, but I think most people will. Geno seems to be locked in on him a little bit. They both have pretty good matchups against the secondary if they can get time. Marcus Callaway, that price is egregious. I know he's been doing good, but now you get a night where we're going to get, looks like we'll have, you got Juwan Johnson already. Traquan could be back. You get Kenny Stills, who's way underpriced at $1,600. I don't probably have a lot of Callaway tonight just on the pricing part, but a lot of people may do that. So maybe that's the pivot is a play Callaway, but I definitely like Traquan for a lot cheaper. And then I think Kenny Stills is a steal, no pun intended, at $1,600. He can take top off a defense in a hurry. He can pay that off in one play. Certainly don't mind having some of him. You got Troutman in there. I mean, there's so many options that it's almost an MME night, but I do think there's some solid, single entry 3-max builds that can be had. Just got to find the spots where you want to be different and where you want to fade. Defenses are in play, but man, Saints at 5,800. I don't know if they can be. I mean, they would just have to dominate, and I get it. When you got all these options elsewhere that are so much cheaper, Gerald Everett's back. I just said Juwan Johnson. The kickers are cheaper. Kenny Stills is way cheaper. I don't know that you need to force them, but I think they're both in play because both quarterbacks can turn the ball over, so certainly could pay off. If you really think it's a low-scoring game, you could even get crazy and do a captain Saints or something like that, or even Seattle. I'd probably lean Saints if you're going to take that risk, but maybe some MME worthy there. Kickers, yeah, possibly. Myers, could be a good play, especially if you're running some Saints stacks. Wet, slippery field. You never know what could happen. The kickers did fine last night, but I'm not big on them. I think there's enough weapons and cheap weapons tonight that are going to be viable that you can mix and match all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be a good game. Biggest decision on the slate is to me is, do you captain Kamara or not? And where do you go from there? Because he will be captainable because of all the options I just told you. So a lot of times you got the highest priced guy, people go, oh man, I just can't fit any weapons. Well, tonight you can captain him, get Winston, then go just fade Callaway, go Traquan. You can even go down to if say Traquan's out, a little Jordan Humphrey at $200. I mean, you can fit some cheap pieces and then figure out which one Seattle guy, you want. That's going to be a very popular build. So I think getting him in a little bit different builds and unique would give you leverage, especially in the large field MMEs. But I would almost lock him tonight, either in flex or captain. I just think he's that good of a play. Looking forward to it, though. I love Monday Night Football in general. We get the Mannings back tonight, so it should be a good one. My Monkey Knife Fight picks, we did not have a good week this week. Finally, a bad week. I think I only hit one of the picks between the Thursday, college football, and Sunday. Let's bounce back tonight. I have a more or less 5XR money. Winston over 210 yards. Geno over 204.5 yards. And then Metcalf over 58.5 yards. Need all three of those to hit. We'll get 5XR money. That is my favorite play of the night. Use the code GUPS, G-U-P-S. Get a free or up to a free $100 dollar for dollar match. When you click that link in the audio description, use the code GUPS, you get a free $100 dollar for dollar match. So put 20 in, you get 20, whatever you want to do. Get that bet in tonight. Let's get on the winning track again. Been on fire, a little cool down over the weekend, but let's get back at it. Still hitting probably 70% of my plays on the year so far between college football, NFL, and PGA. Speaking of PGA, the Bermuda Championship. Wow. This is not the best field I've seen. Quite possibly maybe one of the worst fields we've had in quite some time. It is a full field, though. We get a cut. Weather always seems to be in play here. I believe this is the first. Let's see if the PGA says it. That dual thing they're doing with the Euro Tour. There was like 3 of them, I think. Let's see if the schedule dictates it all. I think this is the first. I don't know. It doesn't really say on the schedule, but I believe this is the first kind of. So it's basically it's where points are going to count for both PGA and Euro. They're trying to like combine them and get those guys to go, play. I think this is the first one. I may be wrong on that, but Brian Gay is your defending champion. The the outright board starts with Fitzpatrick as an 11-1 favorite, Bezadenhout 14-1, Mito 20-1, Reed 20-1, Adam Hadwin 25-1, Willett 25-1, and Hayden Buckley 25-1. So just seeing that as your favorites to win kind of sums up how this field and everything's going to be. Still waiting on pricing to come out. That's going to be an interesting one. Mito probably be popular. Reed, I could fade if Fitzpatrick's the highest priced guy. I can certainly fade that, no doubt. Got our boy Guido back. Higo's in there. Thegali, Alex Smalley, a guy that we've liked a lot. Duke Star, Dietrich. I was trying to point out some of the more notable. Ekrot from Oklahoma State. Bo Hogue is a guy that we play some. Davis Riley, young pup. Then we get into the triple digits. First lines that stick out to me, I like Thegali at 40, Smalley at 50, Ekrot at 70, Guido at 40, and then the long shot I like out the gate is Gligic at 125-1. Obviously, go through all my rankings and deep dive and stuff, and have my outrights out tomorrow. I will have Smash Factor out later today or in the morning, depending on when they finally release pricing. They do not seem to be in a hurry right now during football season to get golf pricing out. Deep dive and the NFL Power Ranks tomorrow on Cup with Gup. Final PGA Thoughts Wednesday on Cup with Gup. Coin Flip on Thursday. The Hot Route with Ryan will be out late Thursday. That is we've named our new podcast. We're working on the artwork and stuff like that. Read Option with Bobby, College Football DFS Breakdown will be out Friday morning. I will be live Sunday morning if we have all the interest from the people in the Slack. See what we got a lot that we're dissecting there late. This Sunday was good. I did it mostly in Slack this Sunday as wife was still sick, so I was daddy duty, I guess you would say that, kid duty. So I had but it was a fun Slack morning. There was a lot going on. Again, I'll have winners tomorrow. Give away some Millie tickets, some GC gear, stuff like that. So leave your comment. Who's your favorite captain? Like and subscribe to the YouTube. Rate and review us on iTunes. All that stuff goes a long way. Tell a friend about us. Tell them to come join us now. Cup gets 15% off. Includes a 7-day trial. I think we're to a point where I'm going to go ahead and do a kind of an intro video and show off all the stuff we've upgraded and then walk through some things that people have asked me about to help you guys when you're using the green machine and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. I will be back later with Smash and then see you guys tomorrow with Deep Dive and NFL Power Rankings. Have a good day.